everyone, it's Jen. Welcome back. So today for you, I want to share 5 books that I read in 2024 that I feel are extremely underhyped. Now, all of these I really enjoyed. What I went ahead and did for this video is I just looked at all my books I've read so far this year in 2024, and I looked at the top 5 that were underrated on Goodreads. And so I just want to get these books into more hands and have more readers love and enjoy them. So let's just get started. So the first one that I want to mention is Dark Corners of the Night by Gardiner. I read this only a couple months ago. Now, this is number 3 in a 4-book series. The first one is Unsub, which I have a library copy, so I gotta get that cover off. Then it's Into the Black Nowhere. Then it is Dark Corners of the Night, which is the one I'm recommending. And then I just got this 4th book, Shadowheart, to round out the end of this series. So overall, I feel like this whole series doesn't have a lot of ratings on Goodreads, and it's underrated, underhyped. And, you know, I loved them. If you love serial killer books and stories, you're going to love this series. So for Dark Corners of the Night, we have only 6,099 ratings on Goodreads. However, the average rating is 4.16 stars, so fairly high. I gave it 4 stars. The other two, the first 2 were 5 stars for me. So overall, it's been a very strong reading experience as far as the series goes. So in Dark Corners of the Night, each one of these follows a different serial killer. I won't go into too much detail because I read this one recently. You guys heard my thoughts just a few months ago. But you're following Caitlin Hendricks, who's an FBI agent. She's in all these books. And, you know, she has great character development over the course of the novels. This one was creepy, suspenseful. There was more than one perspective in there. And you're kind of working on trying to solve the case along with her. And it was really good. Okay, the second underhyped book that I read this year is Tell Me by Anne Frasier. This is book 2 in a duology. Find me, it's right here behind me, number 1, number 2. I read this years ago. I did like this one more than this, but this was a very strong read as well. This was in my Go With The Flow, so you guys heard my thoughts on this already. But Tell Me by Anne Frasier, on Goodreads, we only have 7,246 ratings, and the average rating is 4.26. So again, another underrated or underhyped book that gets really good ratings. So I'm hoping to push this into more people's hands. The next one I actually read on my Kindle, so I will pop up a picture. It's Nature of Disappearing. This one only has 5,193 ratings. The average rating on that is a little lower, 3.66, but I gave it 4 stars. I really like Kimi Cunningham Grant's writing. I did enjoy another one I read by her a little bit more, but the nature scenes in this, a lot of it takes place as they're searching and hiking, and so there's a lot of great outdoor mountain the atmosphere is just really great. And then, of course, the characters I really loved, and the plot kept me turning the pages. So very, very good if you haven't picked that up. All right, 2 more books. The next one is My Darling Girl by Jennifer McMahon. I feel out of all her books, like more recent books, this one is so underhyped. Like, I gave this 5 stars. I love this book. I'm not sure why people aren't picking this up. It was book of the month. Maybe a lot of people picked it and just haven't read it, because we only have, this is the higher one, but 18,436, 3.75 rating on Goodreads. I gave this 5 stars. So this one, I believe, is not only underread and underhyped, but underappreciated. I just enjoyed this so much. It super creepy feels, just like all of Jennifer McMahon's stories, and I couldn't put this one down when I read it either. What is this about, you're asking? I haven't talked about this recently. So Allison O'Connor has a perfect family life in a small town. It takes place in Vermont. She decides to go home and kind of help take care of her mother, who's been diagnosed with cancer. They have not been talking and not getting along. Mom was kind of a violent, abusive alcoholic. So she moves back home to try to spend Christmas with her mom. Might be her last one. And a lot of mysterious, spooky things start happening. And this cover is great too. So that one, I think more people need to read. I don't understand why it's rated so low. I thought it was great. And then the last one is another one in a series. It's actually I read book 2 in this series this year, and that is Long Gone by Joanna Schaffhausen. The first one is Gone for Good. It looks like this. So this is number 1. I read this one this year, number 2. And this is a cop police procedural, murder mystery. You're following the same detectives through each book, but each story is a kind of a standalone as far as what's going on, the plot of the story. If you don't read them in order, you will miss out on some of the character growth. I'm guessing I'm only on the second one, but I definitely am glad I read Gone for Good first. This one only has 4,600. I'm sorry, let me start over. Long Gone, this one, it's Detective Annalisa Vega, and this one only has 2,084 ratings on Goodreads, with an average of 4.03. I gave it 4 stars. The first one, which has been out longer, obviously, only has 4,667 ratings, with a 4.01 average as well. So both of these have an average of 4. I agree, I gave them both 4. I'm excited to continue on the series in 2025. I believe there's 4 or 5 out now in that, and I have them. So I just need to pick them up and read them. Okay, so that's all I have for you today. I'm hoping after hearing and watching this video, you want to pick one of these up, put them on your TBR. Again, highly recommend. More people need to read these books. And the authors in general. I feel like Joanna Schaffhausen is someone not a lot of people talk about, and her writing is amazing. I always get definitely like swooped into her books. Same thing with Gardiner. Yeah, so there you go. Happy reading. I hope everyone has a beautiful day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.